Shut up, cheese. Nah, my internet went out for freaking 20 seconds. This thing is still chooching, huh? Jimmy again? Hey, cheese. You still haven't paid me my respects. I don't know why you're saying anything else besides, damn, SJ, you're an oracle. Are you trying to say percent win? Is that what you're trying to say? When a stock just went from 200 to 400 in a month? Trying to point to the scoreboard and say percents? Get out of here. The XYZ defending that 40 pretty nicely. I get a curl up. PLD might be gearing up for high day move. Today, Junior. Oh my God. Any kind of push would be great.
Partial execution.
Skip down. Whatever. Whatever. I like it better internet. It's not out right now, right? In and out 3 times. I wonder if my provider's having issues today. It does show that it's the connection to Twitch is somewhat unstable, but it's not my end. Sorry if it's unstable today. Yeah, it's not anything on my end. My connection is solid. It's Twitch's side. It's screwing up. All right, potty break. No, this is pizza that I meant to heat up. I put in my oven yesterday and heated up, but I didn't heat it up because I just put it in the oven and I didn't heat it up. So it's just been sitting there. So today I heated it up. So if I'm not here tomorrow, it's because I died from eating this pizza. Oh, I'm eating it, baby. I am eating it. I mean, I figured the worst that is going to happen is I get the shits. It's just cheese pizza. No meats. I mean, the cheese is already cooked at one point. And then I heat it up again to kill any bacteria, no doubt, right? That might have spawned on this thing. And then I covered it with some Parmesan cheese. We're doing a little experiment here. This thing will just not die. No red pepper flake. But some really good parm. The pizza's from a local food truck. It was really good quality pizza, though. It's like a sourdough bread. Really tasty. How did I forget it? Do we really need to ask these questions?
Telling me now that you're scared to tell me the truth. I'm not scared to tell you the truth.
No, Kev.
I'm nervous for you right now. What the f did you put in that sauce?
Why would I be grabbing better calls? No. Ooh. Nope, not me. Hmm. FYI, I gave you credit and the assistant hit the 100. Wait, whoa. What did AI even, what are we doing here? There's nothing that was said today that would trigger this event. What am I looking at? Yeah, that's that's that chick that Liu Kong was obsessed with, or whoever it was. Was it Liu Kong? I forgot all about her. The gas mask chick. Why did this get drawn?
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Thank you, Daddy. You've made 15K? How many freaking shares of that do you have? You fixed the picture. Whoa. How'd you do that? What AI are you using that did that? That was clean. Gemini did that? Damn. Hmm. EVC getting up there. Yesterday's high. You had 10K shares? When did you buy? Like, what made you say this is going to go? Because it was not a clean move today. I need to learn. Kind of rehash. Trump optimism about framework with Iran. Oil gonna get pushed here down. Yeah, I love low float too, but most of them don't go and hold. There was no news today. It just went. No, it's not Domino's. Just a local pizza food truck. All right. It's been a while since we've been in here, but we got some best day evers that we need to congratulate. This is from November 31st. Not what I was expecting to end the year on my day trading account, but I'll take it, especially being partially retired. So the first one is not best day ever. Best year ever. Maybe not even best year ever. Just straight up puts. Okay. The title of this channel is Best Day Ever. Strike one. Fell in love with the game. Okay, year to date. Okay. Over two. Okay. I had to share this before my minus 5K day today. Posts up. Starting to size up more and it's paying off. Captain Burrito Pants. I hope you're posting this 29K day that you had. I hope that's what it is. And if so, congratulations. What a freaking banger. FanDuel CEO Amy Ho leaves. FanDuel. There it is. It's probably going to juice the stock. When there's an 80. Where did you see 80? Holy shit. Okay, Captain Burrito Pants. You need to let us know what you're doing over there. And please do it in a way that we all can understand what you say, unlike cheese. This is how this morning started. I didn't expect this, but one of my best days was today. All right. What am I looking at? $730. Let's go. Igloo. See, that's how you do it. Best day ever. A little beer. Another insane day. First 1K day. There you go. Igloo back to back. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Teddy. Played purely momentum plays. My swings killed me, so I've confirmed swing trading options as a no-go for me. $800. Let's go, bud. If you're trading on an app, I'm going to kill you, figuratively speaking. And here's Bogus. Oh, that's not Bogus. He's just commenting. Okay. Here we go. Drew Dog down here. You know you can't see it. There we go. Drew Dog, mostly swing trading now. Seems to work best for me. 3 1K green days in a row. This community is awesome. Appreciate you all. Then he bangs a $2,400 win day. Let's go, bud. Please give these peeps some love in here whenever you guys get a chance. If you guys ever have a best day ever, post it in here. It's a way to historically keep track of all this. Almost sold this one. I lost it. Wow. ERNA back down to support. See if this holds. EVC still chooching. Wow. Tell you to sell it. All right. I mean, Jesse's World, you could take half off like right now. You know that, right? Like at least you haven't made a dime until you make a dime. Do you want me to call you names or something? Like, sell it, you moron? Or just like, sell it? I'm all in on CMG. Anyone eating Chipotle like recently? Okay, I'll take half at $4. You better. Rip Mac Miller? Who's that? American rapper. Oh, we had a video that I wanted to watch today in place of the one that we were going to watch the other day. Duper gave me this one. This is today's compound, but they mentioned the GME stuff. So it goes to the front of the line.
right. The chat just reminded me it's Cinco de Mayo. Did you know that, Michael?
May the Cinco be with you.
Close. That was yesterday. May the 4th. I think I like May the 4th better. I'm not like a party for do you know what
Robert,
you know what Cinco de Mayo celebrates?
Mixtape called Best Day Ever.
Yeah,
huh?
May 5th in Mexico.
Right, but what is it? Do you know?
I don't know. You know I don't know. Tell me.
I don't know that you don't know.
You know I don't know. Don't be a wise guy.
Do you know that at one point the French
Markets
were
are
in
just
possession
screaming.
of Mexico? Isn't that strange?
Which French?
It was an emperor
Go on.
It was an emperor Maximilian of France, and he was. They like. I don't want to say
Oil down,
colonized, but
markets
they were
up,
ruling over
everything
Mexico,
juicing.
and the Mexicans liberated themselves from the French, and that is Cinco de Mayo. It's like their 4th of July.
The French.
Isn't that
No
hard to
idea.
imagine? Yeah, it's a
French.
weird thing. It's a weird thing, because if somebody would say like, who did the Mexicans liberate themselves from?
Spain.
For which they celebrate
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo, the obvious thing you would say is Spain.
Yeah.
And yet,
The more you know.
not that strange though. Like the French were in possession of Haiti for 100 years. Like they were active in the South. They did some shit. We still have
Tariff refunds.
French,
Yeah, that's going to be.
French,
That is
islands
so
in the
off
Caribbean.
of people's
St.
minds right
Bart's
now.
and so on. All right, let's say hi to the Pounders, guys. We are live. It's Tuesday.
Like the amount of
It's 5
money
o'clock
that's
East
about to come
Coast.
back.
If you're hearing that music, you know.
Do we
it's
actually
What Are Your
know how
Thoughts
much
with
it
Michael
is?
Batnick and I. We're super excited to be here and say a couple of quick hellos. I see Paul Breezy in the chat. Says Margs and Claude co-work for my evening. That sounds good, dude. Bob Rice,
It
hello
works.
from Cleveland. What's up, Pounders? What's up, Bob? Good to see you.
What is going on with Cleveland basketball? That was kind of embarrassing. No offense.
Yeah,
Raptors in
not
7.
Not a great
Watching
outcome.
this 5 here.
Josh and Mike, put down your tacos and margaritas and let's go. Jackie says. All right, Jackie. I'm with you. The Baron 97 is here. Jack Rosenfield. Matt Stevick is here. Akbar, Cam Rackham, Sacamano, Greebles, all the psychopaths. We love you guys. Thank you for being here. Tonight's show is sponsored by none other than, let me say it right, Fidelity Investments. Big
That's right,
sponsor,
Josh.
Mike.
Hey, Fidelity, you want to
When timing is
sponsor
everything,
us?
You need powerful tools and research that can meet you in the moment. With
Those
the
dudes
all-new
wouldn't know
Fidelity Trader
what
Plus
the hell your platform
your
is if it
charts
hit
and
them in the
preferences show up
face.
consistently, synced up across all your devices so you can act fast whenever and wherever you're trading. You can save an order on your desktop at home, get a
Let's
mobile
go,
alert when you're at
Fidelity.
work, and complete the trade in the Fidelity app.
I'm in between
without
brokers right
starting
now.
Over. And with the
Step up your
downloadable
game.
Fidelity Trader Plus desktop platform, you have more control with multi-monitor views, enhanced tools and customization options, and integrated screen sharing with Fidelity Trading Specialists. Try Fidelity's most powerful trading platform yet at fidelity.com/trader plus. Fidelity
Want
Investments
the
and
direct
the
line?
compound
Shut
are
your
not
mouth,
affiliated.
jeez. Last
Views,
time I called
opinions,
a phone
products,
number.
services, and
2
strategies
phone numbers
discussed
you've given
are
me.
not endorsed or promoted
One
by
involved
Fidelity
telling the
Investments.
person
Fidelity
Sandman
Brokerage
sent me.
Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
I have Trader Plus up all day.
And another one, I felt like
That's
I
like
was
my-
talking to
that's my
someone
quotes.
on the dark web.
So, I upgraded this when we went to that event
So
for Fidelity
no more.
in October.
No more dialing phone
when
numbers.
we went up to Boston. That's
That
when
you
they
give me.
launched Trader Plus. I set it up immediately and I still use it. I think it's great. What about you?
Don't worry about me.
Don't worry about you. Okay. I guess I won't then. All right.
I'm stuck in my old ways.
I know. Upgrade, babe. Do it. It's awesome.
Upgrade to what? What is he talking about?
When we went up to Boston, that's when they launched Trader Plus. I set it up immediately and I still use it. I think it's great. What about you?
Don't worry about me. Investments, Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE
Trader Plus?
SIPC.
Oh, that's what the Fidelity thing is?
I have Trader Plus up all day. That's my quotes. So, I upgraded this when we went to that event for Fidelity in October. When we went up to Boston, that's when they launched Trader Plus. I set it up immediately and I still use it. I think it's great. What about you?
Don't worry about me.
Don't worry about you. Okay. I guess I won't then. All right.
I'm stuck in my old ways.
I know. Upgrade, babe. Do it. It's awesome. Okay, earnings season checkup. We're gonna start with just like a
God,
kind of
that's
an
getting some
overview.
juice here.
The data that we're using is as of Friday, 5/1. So obviously we've had companies report in the last day and a half, but like just as a broad overview of what's gone on, we have
Sponsored by Tangy.
70.6% of S&P 500 by market cap having reported through Friday. This week, we'll get another 12.1% of the index by market cap. So this is the headline number, and we could pause on that. Analysts expect the S&P 500 profits will grow 25.8% year over year. That is an astonishing 1,344 basis points above the estimates at the beginning of the season. Actual delivered profits for the companies that have reported so far are already plus 24%. So obviously they're expecting like the NVIDIAs and some of the back half reporters to lift that further. Is that not, I mean, that seems to me, this is one of the most miraculous earnings seasons that we've ever been in. What do you think about that?
The index profits are going to grow at their fastest pace since the fourth quarter of 2021. And I don't know if you remember what happened in the fourth quarter of 2020, but the bar was pretty low. It's absolutely wild that growth is accelerating when it is 3 times bigger than it was back then, whatever it was. It's you can't say enough, not enough superlatives for what is happening right now.
Can you name like 3 people who predicted this?
I can't name one.
I don't even think
People
the
here
most
did.
bullish people that we talk to. I don't even think any of them were talking about 20% plus year over year profit growth.
We would have laughed at them if somebody came in on TCAF and was like,
It's all AI, baby.
I'm looking at
Shut up, Vin Diesel.
$190
100% been
a
pumping
quarter,
those
whatever share.
AI
you would have laughed.
gas
You said,
pedals.
"Oh,
Smoking crack.
how do you get there?
I'm seeing
Show
a lot
your
of
work.
Tom. I'm seeing a lot of Tom Lee in the chat, and the answer is
don't
no.
think so.
No, I don't think so. Nope.
Yardeni was the most bullish on earnings, and I don't think that he was this high.
No. Remember, at the beginning of earnings season, like think about how much the estimates were up just since then, let alone how much the estimates for this quarter were up from 3 months ago or from 6 months ago. I really can't think of anything. What are the takeaways for investors from an event like this?
What do you think?
I
don't
think
know that there are any great takeaways.
I think the obvious one is literally stop putting a gun in your mouth with these with these good as Goldilocks, or this is as good as it, because this is the 6th or 7th straight quarter of double-digit earnings growth for the S&P. Stop saying things like it's not going to get better than this, or this is as good as it gets. Every time you say that, it's almost not you, the proverbial you. It's almost like you're asking the universe to laugh in your face. How many times has it been as good as it gets? It's never been as
This thing
good
is
as
still
it gets.
chooching, huh?
I mean, obviously, we're at record profits.
Stocks have been priced for perfection for the last 10 years.
Right. Oh, we're priced for perfection. Well, what happens?
What are
when
you talking
perfection
about,
arrives?
brother?
And
My
what happens
indicator
when
of
the
buy and
profit
sell
margins that have
has
to be
been
reversed
buy.
decide they're not going to.
What are we talking
I mean,
about?
happens
now the bar is a lot higher, because I don't know how you keep stepping over or leaping over a bar that's this high. Because now
don't
we've
think
got
that's as
the
good as
expectations
gets.
are very different, and the comps are very different.
Yeah.
So listen, there's always something to
getting
worry
started,
about, right? Like
baby.
it's very easy to be like, well, now it's really going to be high. Like, okay, I'm not trying to be that guy, but it's true.
The next is
No,
that
you
they
could've
get
said
the
it 3
fire
quarters ago.
people,
You could've
increase
said
those bottom line
just had
numbers. You know what I
3
mean?
quarters where
Oh, it's gonna
earnings
get so much better.
or earnings, the
Don't
earnings
worry.
outlook drastically was better than what was expected. And at a certain point in the fourth quarter, the analysts won't be fooled again. They were. It's not they were fooled. Directionally, they were right. The pace of productivity, I guess I would call it, not economy-wide productivity, but productivity
Kind of a
at
failed
the
W.
Fortune 500 level. The pace of that
Robots,
is shocking.
yeah.
People still.
Yeah. And then when this dies, that's a good
Here's some
point.
more.
Then you got robots, baby.
81.7% of S&P
I
companies
really
have
think the
reported
next shoe to
beat earnings
not drop,
estimates. The 5-year average is 77%.
pedal the pump again
This
is
is an
whoever can
exceptional
actually
quarter
solve
on
some,
many
really
dimensions.
solve the energy
Let's
issue.
get some charts.
That's
We've got
the
some numbers.
bottleneck.
I got two more.
You got
things.
chips being a bottleneck, and then energy is going to be a bottleneck.
Now analysts are looking for 10.8%,
Whichever one of
for
these
sales growth,
nuclear companies actually
which
gets a
is
product out there
138
working,
basis points above
it's on
estimates.
again.
So, this is not like, they're manipulating
Self-driving,
their
yeah.
profitability.
Got
this
that too.
You got double-digit sales growth here. 9 of 11 sectors posted a
Yeah,
increase in
Teddy, but
profits.
none of those small nuclear
138
reactor
basis
places
points
actually have like a product out in the
Increase since
wild
the
that people can
beginning
just
of earnings season. That's
sign
not
up
like
for right now. It's
that
all like
long ago.
2 years, 3 years out.
It's
That's like a
the end of March.
big ratchet. It's a big ratchet higher.
Literally from March 30th.
Power
Is another
distribution.
takeaway, do yourself a favor.
You think that's going
Don't
to be
get
that big?
bearish at the start of earnings season.
I don't know. You're being overly
Is it
prescriptive.
not that simple?
Sometimes like surprises happen, and maybe that's just a takeaway.
Okay. Let's do the first chart. This is go back to this is the companies reporting this week. So obviously we have Duolingo already reported, it was a shit show. Palantir, you did not get a great response, even though the earnings were unbelievable. Shopify was a mess this morning. I haven't looked
Well,
That's
I
what
didn't
I
see
was going
that
to be
down
on site.
15.
That's my point.
Yikes.
That's what I was thinking.
It was an absolute
It's like
mess.
you
I'm not sure
don't need
why.
crazy distribution if it's
So we're
on
going to talk
site.
about Uber later in the show. This is a big one for me. It's one of my largest positions personally. It also acts like shit after they report every single time. I don't expect this time to be different,
Who is he talking about? Whoa.
which we'll talk about in a moment. For me, it's one. Look
Well, I
back
didn't
at
see
it.
that down 15. Yikes.
Yeah, it was an absolute mess. I'm not sure why. So we're going to talk about Uber later in the show. This is a big one for me. It's one of my largest positions personally. It also acts like shit after they report every single time. I don't expect this time to be different, which we'll talk about in a moment. Disney's still $100.
Yeah, it does.
I feel like it's pinned to $100.
None of these media names are acting well. Spotify is like shitty. Netflix, which I regret buying, looks disgusting.
Okay.
You know what's interesting?
McDonald's on Thursday.
McDonald's, by the way,
I
McDonald's
always
looks
pay attention to
terrible.
that. Oh,
McDonald's is-
Coinbase reports Thursday after the close, but they just announced a 14% layoff like today. What are they trying to get ahead of?
Stock didn't do a whole lot. People track this data. I don't have it with us in terms of what happened. How do the winners perform? Companies that are beating double beats, right? Like, and how are the losers performing?
Yeah.
I'm making this up. I don't feel like the stocks are like going gangbusters outside of the semis. Like, I feel like a lot of beats are like you're not seeing like the massive pops.
In the semis, you are.
But that's
what he
Because
just
the
said.
outlook, because the outlooks these companies like Lam Research went completely nuts today. Like the outlooks these companies are giving are part of the reason why these stocks are giving you
Oh, wow.
giving you that huge post earnings.
We're gonna do this later in the show, but a couple of weeks ago, like literally, I think 3 or 4 shows ago, I asked you. We did like a fun segment, like, is this a fat pitch? And one of the stocks that I asked was Micron. I didn't buy it, so whatever. But the stock was $320. Again, dude, this was like literally at the end of March. It was 4 shows ago. The stock was $320. It's $650. So I understand what's happened with the earnings stuff. This is starting to make me a little bit nervous.
Well, SanDisk is plus 500% year to date. It's
That's insane.
It's May 5th.
Yeah, this is
At this at this rate, it'll 10x by the end of the year plus. Let's get into some. So Chart Kid Matt, if you're a financial advisor by now, you have surely heard of Exhibit A. These charts go out. We have the compound logo on them. These can go out from your RIA or your firm with your logo, your colors. And Matt keeps these things updated all the time, so you will never have stale material to share with clients for your presentations, and you can customize it for your own firm. Here's what ours looks like. This is the blended earnings growth, actual plus the estimates of companies that still haven't reported. That red bar in the middle is what we talked about before, the S&P 500. Again, 25.8% legendary earnings growth. No other way to say it. And if you look over to the left, Communication services plus 54%. Insane. A lot of that is obviously that's Alphabet, Meta, Netflix. Technology plus 46.4%. That's Apple. Discretionary 38.3%. That's Amazon. Like not only, but I'm saying those are the.
But even financials.
Financials plus 21%. Oh my God. Yeah.
A relatively sleepy industry.
Yeah.
JP Morgan is not inventing AI stuff.
This is happening against the backdrop of 20% higher oil from last quarter to this quarter, or 20% higher gas prices. Let's phrase it that way. You can see how much less sensitive the modern S&P 500 is to prices at the pump. I think the problem with high energy prices is more of a duration thing. I think if prices are flat to higher from here and it goes on for a year, you're going to start to see a more pronounced effect, maybe in earnings, but definitely in sentiment and certainly in the consumer sectors. I think it's going to be problematic if they stay here or rise higher. But again, 3 months we can live with it. I think 9 months makes it a little bit tougher for us to just keep whistling past that same graveyard. Next chart is blended revenue growth. So you can see the 10.8% for the S&P. Look at tech, Michael. It's just 30% revenue growth. How is that even possible? So that's semiconductors.
Yeah, listening to the Mag 7 reports last week, which I did listen to all of them except for Microsoft. Just the top line and bottom line, but especially the top line growth. We have a chart later in the show. It's astounding. It doesn't make sense.
And here's the actual reported earnings growth. So this is what's already in the bag. Again, 24% market wide. The next one is revisions. Let's pause on this. So this is blended earnings growth revisions for the S&P 500. That's the left pane. Then we look at an S&P 500 without tech, and you can see that's still plus 20%, guys. And again, revisions. So going back to the end of March through now, we are looking at 20% higher earnings expectations for the non-tech composite of the S&P 500.
Jeez.
And then if we just do Mag 7, this is banoodles, plus 57%. Come on. From April 24th through their so that's like a beat rate on steroids for that group of stocks. And again, I can't find anybody that was proclaiming that this would happen.
1.3%.
I think directionally most
Shoes
people
up
thought things would be
1.8%.
good.
Oh,
Dude, they looked like shit. They looked like shit. Look at the chart of mags. At the end of March, these things were in kind of in free fall. Like, they looked really bad. Nobody wanted anything to do with
Some worse than others. Yeah, Microsoft was bad. Meta looked bad. You're right.
Microsoft's down 34. It's still not great, but
highs now up 48%.
Unbelievable stuff.
Golf.
Next chart's pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. So this is excluding the Mag 7, earnings revised higher. This is the weekly change in the S&P 500. Again, without the Mag 7. This is the growth rate. Look at this change in the last 2 weeks since the company started reporting. It's pretty extraordinary. And then this is the last one we have, expected growth by sector. So this is for the next 12 months, not for 2026, but like the 12 months, I guess, starting at the end of the last quarter.
Well, that is an awfully high bar.
And you can see now that we're probably not going to underestimate these companies to the degree that we were, to Michael's point. The bar is raised. The street is now looking for 38% earnings growth for tech over the next 12 months.
And if you get 36, the market will crash.
Get 36, it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
That is literally how we will behave, because we are still one of the all-time great quotes about Wall Street comes from the first line of the first chapter of Where Are the Customers' Yachts by Fred Schwed. He said this 100 years ago. He said, Wall Street is a street with a river at one end, a graveyard at the other, and a great big kindergarten in the middle. And I still always think about that when I'm on Wall Street, which is once a week. That is literally what it is. And so, as great as it feels today, maybe that's the right way to end this segment. As great as it feels today, God help technology stocks if they undercut that 38% by 200 basis points.
Let me ask
It'll
this.
be all she wrote.
We have semi stuff later in the show. What would you say the probability, 0 to 100%, 100% being certainty, that this group of semis, SanDisk and the like, will experience a 40% correction? I do say correction, not crash, because even in a 40% decline, these things will still be in a healthy uptrend. The likelihood of a 40%, well, I mean, whatever, it is a crash, but whatever, 40% decline over the next 12 months in this group.
Okay. I would say
0.
it's a 75% chance.
Holy
And when it
cow!
happens, it'll happen to all of them at once, regardless. The more interesting question is, what's the trigger? I think I know.
Oh, next 12 months, so 2027.
What do I think I know what the trigger is? What do I think you think I think the trigger is?
No, you might even say doesn't need to be a trigger, and that's a good answer too.
Well,
There's gotta
what was
be a
the trigger
trigger.
how about this?
One of them going
Micron
bankrupt.
fell 30%
One of the
after reporting the
LLMs.
best earnings ever.
ChatGPT
last quarter.
going
What was the
bankrupt.
trigger?
That's it.
Doesn't always have to be one.
Doesn't. All right. So what do you think the trigger is going to be?
I think one of these LLMs comes along and says, we have just had a breakthrough.
Oh.
We are able to reduce our need for memory by 20%.
Well, that would do it.
In our next
nope.
next large language model
Nope.
that we're releasing, the use of this very expensive compute and memory will be down 20%.
So they're just gonna reinvent how
thanks
computers
to this
work.
innovation
Got
in
it.
the way that our next model
Sure.
operates.
Plausible. Let me.
DeepSeek.
We're no longer using zeros and ones.
Like
We're
anyone
using
can
zeros,
come along
ones, and
say that at
twos.
any time, and there will be an irrational reaction in stocks that are up 500% in 3 months.
Well,
Of course
Josh,
there will.
you are a kindergartner. Let me turn the mic over to.
I am the kindergarten teacher.
It's computers.
Let me
Memory
turn
is
the mic over
computers.
to a wise man.
I didn't say CPUs.
Becky Quick asked Warren.
Oh, you're saying
I
they're
guess what I'm trying to
clueless.
get at is, do you see the circumstances building up
Yeah.
anywhere
I see what
that
you're
could
saying.
lead to a time like
Are
that?
you
that
at
can have
500K
any sort of
yet with
panic in the
AMD?
market? She was asking him about
What number
why
do
they're
you
hoarding
need for
cash
500K?
and getting a juicy pitch, right? And Warren said, sure. She said, where do you see them? And his response was, well, if you saw them, they wouldn't happen.
Yeah, very wise. It's true. I think if Warren spoke to me though, and I laid out that scenario, he would say, "Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense. Maybe that's what it is." I'm not convinced that Warren Buffett could tell you what SanDisk or Micron sell.
Oh, yes, he
could.
could.
I don't think he particularly cares. I think if you just explain to him the supply-demand imbalance, he would say, "That sounds temporary." And historically, he would be right. He'd say,
That's not
that
what he
doesn't sound like something that's going to last forever. You're
I know
telling me
Warren
the
Buffett
world
is
is
not a-
short compute?
All right.
He would
let's
just-
talk. Let's do eBay.
All right. The modern day
we
Warren
go.
Buffett, Ryan Cohen, announced on his website, GameStop.com, that he wants to buy eBay. And he lays out, I thought, I mean, a lot of people shit on it, but I thought it was a fairly compelling case that, we have this footprint of physical stores. There's a lot of overlap between people that are into collectibles and a lot of these things that are both GameStop customers and eBay users. And what if we had a physical location where returns could be processed, exchanges, collectibles could be displayed,
Watch
whatever.
this
Like that's
5
kinda like
minute
the
here
idea
on
is like physical
STFS.
eBay. I'm not saying it's good. I wouldn't know. I'm just saying it's not like complete madness, given eBay does not have a physical footprint, and there is a lot of e-commerce
cut
that
that didn't
bleeds
do
over into
anything.
the physical world with
I think it's
packages going back and forth.
7:45.
It didn't sound the dumbest thing ever to me, at least.
I agree.
Okay. It should also be pointed out that prior to being like some sort of like stock market hero / villain in 2021, he did build a thriving e-commerce business that is today a publicly traded company, hugely successful, Chewy, which pet owners happen to love. It's not like this is a person landing from Jupiter who's never done anything before that hasn't worked. He's built a multi-billion-dollar company. He also...
This lady is fed by Chewy every single month.
That's a Chewy customer? That's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Rue.
That is.
All right. So on its surface, it didn't look like as nuts to me. The nuts part is that it's a David trying to swallow a Goliath. Yeah. So the street was universally skeptical. Let's start with Squawk Box. Here is Becky Quick and Andrew Ross Sorkin trying to understand better the offer. John?
Invariably, the audience, and I know a lot of people are going to ask, how does the math for you? Given the price tag, $56 billion, given the market cap of GameStop, which is a fraction of that. I know you have this $20 billion financing letter from TD, but sort of walk us through how you could get to that price and how it would work.
It's on our website. It's half cash, half stock, but the details are on our website.
Can you help? I've read them, but can you help our audience understand them?
Yeah. Which part exactly?
Well, I think we can start with the idea that the market cap of GameStop is, call it, $11 billion. You have $9 billion on your balance sheet. Arguably, if you're providing effectively all of your stock, and then the cash that gets you to 20, you have this letter from TD. That's another 20. We're now at 40, but we're still off by, call it, 16. And the 20, as far as I understand, while it's considered a highly confident letter, meaning TD saying they're highly confident that they would provide the financing, it's not locked financing.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I hear you. I understand that. I'm just trying to understand where the rest of the money would come from.
You're short $16 billion.
It's half cash, half stock.
Go get your shine box.
I hear you. I'm just saying that math doesn't get you to the price that you're offering.
Shut up, Andrew.
So,
right, and that's a pretty straightforward question. I don't get it. Like, where's the rest of the money coming from? Andrew laid it out pretty clearly.
He said we'll see what happens.
We're
Rebecca.
offering half cash, half stock.
He was about to say bitch, wasn't he?
To issue stock in order to get the deal done.
Funding
But
stock.
the full details
Massively
of the
dilutive.
offer are on our website.
Now we got it. Okay. So the idea is, all right, first of all, let me ask you this question. He's trying to buy a company that's 4 times larger by market cap, and with that premium would be 5 times larger. Would this have worked in 2021? He thought the meme-ness would take GameStop. He thought it would quadruple the share price of GameStop, and he'd be able to sell stock into it, and it didn't work. Would it have worked 5 years ago?
That would have been all stock, because the stock would have paid for it.
You remember Hertz did a secondary stock offering in Chapter 11 in 2011, in 2021. Like, you could fucking do anything in 2021. You could bring public a SPAC and tell people you're inventing a fucking time machine, and you could literally sell $1 billion worth of stock, no questions asked, in one day. Do you think 5 years ago he could have pulled this off? I actually think that he could have.
I suppose.
I actually think he could have.
Did GameStop get to a $50 billion market cap back then?
Maybe. Or, I mean, the year prior, oil went to negative $30 a barrel. So if you told me GameStop got to $50 billion, I'd believe it. So this is the
not quite, but it was high.
Okay, he maybe could have pulled this off in the right environment.
Of course,
people were out of their minds, and universal support and excitement about him, it was like off the charts. I think he could have pulled this off in the right environment.
Hang on. The shareholders have to vote on this, and I don't think that they would have been thrilled to have GameStop's stock.
Which shareholders?
eBay.
You don't actually need or if you can get to that premium number, they might have taken the deal.
Who knows?
It doesn't matter. It's not going to. Well, so I would just tell you this. I looked at some of the Wall Street analyst comments. Nobody had anything nice to say. This guy Youssef Squali at Truist, quote, "There seems to be a lack of meaningful synergies between the two entities. Rather than drive enhanced profitability through revenue growth and synergies, all the expected earnings improvements would come from cost cuts." Very skeptical of the premise. Bernstein.
That's a good point.
The turnaround is working. Why disrupt things? That's another important point. eBay is not in a 70% drawdown. It's not on a fire sale. The stock has been going up all year. I think it was up 30% going into today. I think it's like one of the better stocks
Just
in the market.
one minute cock here. Just
makes it a little bit harder to convince people, board of directors and shareholders, to say this is good. The guy from Baird was a little bit tougher. He said GameStop would need to issue more than 1 billion new shares to finance the acquisition. That would leave existing GameStop shareholders holding 25% of the combined company. Quote, "Even if the deal screens as accretive on paper, the gains come from financial engineering rather than operating synergies." He raised the possibility eBay's board could deploy a poison pill, which would block Cohen outright. A poison pill is like a device where if this happens, we will mass dilute the stock and make it significantly more difficult to
Max going again. Jesse's world.
Another. Every holder, every analyst, everyone that made a public quote was pretty grossed out by it.
We'll see what happens.
So the "we'll see it what happens" thing, I don't know really what the that surly demeanor of going on TV, acting like you want to talk about it, and then be like, everything's on the website. Why are you asking?
Max 390.
That was kind of strange. If he were more promotional, maybe that would have gotten GameStop going again. But he almost seemed like annoyed that he went on a TV show and they were asking him questions.
Yeah, he was defiant. He was acting like Popovich at a halftime show, or like a reporter.
How dare you ask me how the
right?
How dare you ask me how the numbers went? And I think maybe like if Elon had done that, he could probably pull it off. Like maybe there's a couple of people that could do that. And he's just not. He's just not one of those people yet.
Seems like a great guy. All right. Anything else?
Does it make you bullish on eBay, or because a lot of times when a stock gets put in play like that, okay, so we don't think GameStop's going to be able to buy it given the skepticism, but like, does it shine a light on the fact that this is like a really good business hiding in plain sight at a very low multiple, and maybe somebody else takes a run at it that actually could complete a deal?
I was very surprised. I don't follow eBay. I was very surprised to learn the scale. Did they do $11 billion in revenue last year? Like big numbers.
It doesn't. So the business doesn't grow, but it also doesn't shrink, and it also doesn't. They don't have data centers. Like it doesn't cost a lot to keep it running.
I feel like eBay should be a private company.
Right. That's my point. It's like almost a textbook. Let's just take this thing private.
I'm just getting out now. I know this is going to go break 7. I just don't know if it's going to break 7 and dump or break it and curl. So I'm just going to get out now, take the L, play the next 5 minutes.
This is one of the granddaddies of the internet. This is one of the first e-commerce businesses.
It's pop or drop, and the drop could be too much for me.
Nobody's been able to disrupt it. The other thing is, one of the reasons the stock's
once again bottom tick. Just by the way,
Meta.
Just want to point that out.
You are now going to be able to make eBay listings directly available through your Facebook profile. And if you think of what is the perfect synergy of two user bases that are probably overlapping, I would say it's highly engaged Facebook users and eBay sellers.
Facebook Marketplace is probably gigantic.
So the eBay items are now going to be available in the marketplace, and the users can list directly there.
This is kind of sick. you're able to now take a picture and upload it to eBay, and the AI will complete the listing.
Describe it.
Write a description.
Yeah, I'll sell everything I own right now.
I'm going to start doing that with Kobe. He was asking about selling some stuff randomly, like on eBay the other day.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to sell your. I thought you were talking about taking a picture of him and seeing what you can get for him.
Thinking about it.
That's a good
Sometimes.
idea, actually.
Thought about it. All right, let's do this. There was an economic report last week, and personal consumption expenditure, basically what consumers are spending, grew 1.6% on a real basis. Not terrible, certainly not gangbusters. It's whatever, it's fine. But it was all about non-residential investment, aka AI.
AI capex
So,
data center, blah blah blah.
Heather Long tweeted, "This is the AI economy now. Just incredible to see the 10.4% jump in business investment in Q1. That's the highest since Q2 2023, and this is the point. When the big semiconductor factory build-out was underway, and now it's all AI." And then she said, pretty tepid consumer spending, but it's the AI economy, and I suppose you could do worse.
You're gonna have to own these robots.
So glad you said that.
I don't know what you do if you're not if you're not in the investor class and you see this tidal wave coming for you. I honestly don't know what you do. I really don't.
So Ben and I were talking about the different handoffs that we've experienced as investors in the 21st century, from internet to mobile to cloud, AI infrastructure, inference. We don't even have robots yet.
Coming.
What if robots are legitimately $5 trillion TAM?
Yeah.
They have to be.
I saw that feature being offered, but then I don't see it anymore. So I don't know if they turned it
literally
on.
have to be. Like, we don't have the population coming up behind. We don't have the demography to take care of the boomers. And the boomers are going to be with us for decades. And they're going to need taken care of. And we don't have the nursing. We don't have the people to staff assisted living, senior living, hospitals, outpatient surgery centers. We do not have the human capacity to take care of each other. We are 100% going to need humanoid automatons. I don't think...
That's a good point.
So I think the last place you're going to see human robots is in someone's house.
Too
what
complicated?
I read a lot about this stuff. It's just why to do the dishes, like that's what this is the biggest problem people have is they spend 5 minutes doing dishes. Like I don't think that's where you're going to see this show up. I think you're going to see it show up in industrial, law enforcement, military, and healthcare. Slam dunk. Of course it's $5 trillion.
Yeah.
I don't even think anybody would argue with that. All we need to argue over is like where the profits will accrue to.
Mm-hmm.
The hardware, the software, the manufacturing, the marketing, like who's going to benefit? So just own the robots. Like
Own
this
the
should
robots.
not be. I'm looking at
All right, check this
robotics related stocks that are, we don't call them high tech, but they are, like a Rockwell Automation. All this thing does is go up because smart people understand if you can't beat them, invest in them.
Bank of America Global Research forecasts annual humanoid robot shipments will surge from 20,000 units in 2025 to 10 million by 2035. That's an 86% CAGR. They say the robot population could reach 300 million by 2040. And if they're even in the ballpark, this is another couple of $1 trillion in market cap that we're not talking about today.
There's two other things I want to say about this. And again, I'm not working in the robotics world, but I'm reading a lot. And there's a sort of a step in between humanoid robots and where we are today. And that's augmented humans. Mm-hmm. I don't mean like in a sci-fi way where we're putting chips in people's brains or we're giving people like an adamantium skeleton. I don't mean that. But when you watch a show like Fallout on Amazon Prime, and it's obviously like a dystopian future where it's like post-nuclear apocalypse
Tesla.
and people are emerging from these bomb shelters that they were in for 30 years. A lot of the people who are charged with like keeping the peace and sort of being the soldiers in that world, they step into a robotic exoskeleton. Like they step into this device that makes them faster, stronger. They can walk without
This looks like
having
it's
to
gonna
use
test
their
outside.
own manpower.
And NA nano nuclear.
You
and
are
it's
going to
$5
see
cut.
workers who
more
are
ice now.
augmented with robotic parts in the course of doing their work. That
Dude,
could be
Ripley.
for better vision. Yeah.
And Aliens.
So this is we've seen imagery of this in science fiction for 100 years. It's not that this is going to be science fiction. These guys are sniffing glue talking about robots. Like that is where a lot of innovation comes from. It comes from the imaginations of 1950s era sci-fi writers. Anyway, we could derail the whole show talking about this. I want to get into. Do we want to do this? Nothing stops this train chart because that caught my eye.
Real quick. So this is equipment investment in the billions, and yeah, just up and to the right. Interprocessor, whatever. It's computers. It's AI. Let's do Berkshire.
Okay, so this weekend we had the first post Warren Buffett Berkshire Hathaway annual shareholders
There it is.
meeting. They held it in Omaha. They did not quite fill the arena as they normally do, but they filled the lower bowl. And no Buffett, no Munger. And this is the start of a new era. But the Berkshire Hathaway shareholders did show up. At least the hardcore ones did. And they're sort of starting a new chapter, and they did some things differently. And I wanted to first start by asking you, like, I don't think you paid a lot of attention to it, but, like, what are your impressions just based on what you saw and heard other people saying?
Wrong, sir. I was in the
You
car
did
a
pay a
lot
lot
this
of attention?
weekend. No, I listen every year. I think Berkshire's in great hands. Greg Abel is incredibly impressive. Obviously, Ajit Jain has been, speaking forever. I loved. It was less, and I could listen to Buffett forever. I never get tired of his shtick. I love it. I don't care. Abel spoke a lot. He zoomed in. It was really an intense focus on the business units, and I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yeah, so I think that's the first key point that we should make is, like, Abel is a hands-on guy, whereas Buffett was a decentralized, like, call me on the phone if you need me, but I'm not going to get involved at the operating level. I think the reason why Abel was such a strong choice, one of the reasons is he does roll up his sleeves and get involved in the bit. Not that he's now going to continue to do that forever because now he has to manage the whole thing, but just having had experience as an operator, I think was something that Buffett and Charlie probably felt would be important for the successor. Like, it's not a financial whiz who flew in from Greenwich, Connecticut. That's not what this is.
I don't think. Maybe there was something to you. There wasn't anything that he said that I paused and hit rewind and said, "Ooh, that does not sound like Berkshire." It sounded so consistent with the 60 years that they've been in business.
I agree. The Wall Street Journal did, I thought, a good wrap. 5 takeaways. I'll just list them. Number 1, the legacy of Buffett and Munger lives on. This was, like, spiritually important, I guess, optically important. They had the can of cherry Coke on the table, so to speak. Not so to speak, literally. There was a lot of pictures of Buffett everywhere still. The peanut brittle on stage. Yeah, they hung the jerseys in the rafters, which I thought was cute. They put a number 60 on the Buffett jersey to commemorate 6 decades, and they'll leave that up, and that's all right. Abel was more detailed, less folksy. That's what you said. Okay, so he's not doing a Warren Buffett imitation. He didn't have a lot of witticisms. He wasn't quoting country songs.
No, nothing about the 200 years of don't bet against America. Like he got down to brass tacks.
Yeah. Now the shareholders didn't try to take him there either. So it says shareholders appeared more serious too, asking about the stock portfolio, the businesses, but not asking him things like who's going to win the 2028 election.
President Trump said
the type of stuff that they might have wanted to hear Warren Buffett weigh in on. They know he's not going to give them that.
It felt like half the questions or more were from people from China.
They
Trump says have had very good talks with Iran in the past 24 hours.
Abel is a list of buyout targets. I thought that. Wait a minute,
No, you filled me up there, you bastard!
No, of course not. Can we do this chart real quick, guys? The first one, Berkshire Hathaway operating earnings by quarter.
So they're doing great.
All right, worked out.
Doing great.
I mean,
and this is
ridiculous.
operating, so this does not account for the fluctuation in value, like Apple going back toward a new high. They're not getting credit for that.
400,000 employees generating a shitload of money. The stock is acting like shit.
It's in the wrong sector.
Look at that, Phil. I double-clicked these at the same time, and I got
too
filled
Halo?
here on that second lot.
No, it's too
That's rough.
It's too financy. Like a lot of the profitability away from the railroad still comes from all the insurance businesses, and those things are based on premium pricing, and it's more complex than like betting on a bank going up or down. And in none of the insurance stocks look good.
Stock is down 13% over the last year. S&P is up 28%. Chart Kid made this. I asked him to make me a simple chart. Show me the annual change in revenue versus the stock
Trump
price.
said met with the
This is
Exxon
unusual.
chairman last night.
Business is working.
That is
Stock is
unusual.
not.
XOM.
That's good trade.
Michael.
It's getting derated. I guess it had a Warren Buffett premium
Shares of Exxon
built
Mobil
in,
and Chevron
and maybe
were at the
that's
White
what
House
we're
on
seeing is
Tuesday
that
Remember, some
premium
comments
coming out. So
out
the earnings are
by,
fine, revenue
Double
is
Line
fine.
Stretch. I don't think that's a
Good
stretch. Conglomerates
Says,
traded at a discount. And
More
risks
than
maybe Buffett was offsetting that to a
Warns
That
of
was a 10-second
risks
chart that
to
I was
private
on.
credit lenders
last
payment
makes
in
The
kind.
last of those takeaways is that Abel, or the second to last, Abel very deliberately had the whole team out on the stage and let them speak. Like some of them were talking for a while. So in other words, like they would show like the video of the Geico CEO Nancy Pierce and the Burlington Northern, the railroad CEO Katie Farmer, and the NetJets guy, and
It was good.
and that was
Oh,
cool.
what?
And then Ajit Jain spoke. One of the takeaways is like, well, at least the first meeting came after a strong quarterly report. Like maybe this stock would be in much worse shape if the first time the new CEO had to speak was after a difficult period, which of course Berkshire has gone through. They didn't have to worry about this time. Let's show this chart. S&P versus Berkshire. So like this,
Ooh.
yeah. I mean, it's still relative to the
Underperforming.
S&P. You know,
Woo!
it's over
Trump
the
says
very
that
long term.
Iran will
the
not
stock
have
is
a
done
nuclear weapon, and they have agreed.
Oh. That's like end of war stuff. End of conflict stuff, I should say.
incredibly well, but in the short term,
If it's true.
this is part of what it means to be a shareholder in a
It seems
company.
like it is. Now, can they get the
And what we're
military
showing
on board
on
with
screen
that?
For those of you watching, the S&P is
The
plus
Iran military?
27% over the last year, and Berkshire is negative 14.
And by the way,
And,
financials are up too. Like financials are up 4%.
Yeah.
So
Listen,
whatever,
it's just not a Buffett era. Buffett, he is investing in AI, Abel, but they're doing it like at a business operations level. They're not building data centers, but they're like utilizing AI in their businesses.
They had some tough questions about
That's
BNSF and
That's so
their
true.
margins trailing the rest of their peers.
Oh,
They
did I
actually
just
spoke a lot
miss
about
it?
technology. It was good. I thought it was good.
Ah!
Berkshire's obviously in great hands.
Are we gonna do this quote or what is
No,
this?
we could skip it. Let's circle back to global profits, if you will. We've got some really great charts in here. All right, so the first one is from Yardeni.
Got distracted.
And we've got the U.S., we've got the all-country world in blue, emerging in green, which is obviously, it's funny. Emerging markets are now a technology play. Japan, and everything is going, up and to the right to varying degrees of steepness. And we are now back in an environment where the giants are gianting again. So check this out. Mike Carty shared his chart from Goldman. A major uptick in the earnings contribution from the 10 largest stocks. Look at that. Now 33%.
It's like a third of the market. It's crazy.
And this is the chart that I referenced earlier, alluded to. This guy, Evan Armstrong, has a Substack called The Leverage. And he has on the x-axis the annualized revenue. And on the y-axis, he has the year-over-year revenue growth for the latest quarter. And he has shaded something that he calls the quadrant that shouldn't exist. And it's all the way to the right and up and to the right. And it shouldn't exist because Meta, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, companies should not be both the largest and the fastest growing. And we mentioned this on TCAF.
Unless they're monopolies. In that case, they should exist. And these are monopoly businesses.
AWS has had the highest growth rate since it was half the size that it currently is.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. They're getting bigger and they're growing faster.
There's no antitrust in this country anymore, number one. There are attempts at it, but not serious antitrust, and that has been the case for most of the last 20 years. So these companies were able to not only completely take over their own verticals, but then get into other businesses and dominate those too. And this is a consequence of that. These are also network effects businesses. And that was not a really well understood concept 50 years ago. Network effects, pre-internet. It's not really the way that people thought about businesses, where the bigger they get, the bigger they're going to get. Because everybody wants to be in the network.
It was Frankenstein. It was a Frankenstein conglomerate type of
nonsensical.
Era.
Yes.
And there were no synergies.
Yes. You had a company that was mining iron ore deep within the earth and also selling Scotch tape.
Sure.
That was the 20th century era conglomerates. They were just like these disparate assets smashed together. Even like a Philip Morris, like we sell cigarettes and cupcakes. Like, this is different. This is companies that build these networks with hundreds of millions of users and then utilize that network to sell everybody everything. And it was tough to envision this in a pre-internet era. In a post-internet era, the big get bigger.
Shane, D12. I got to toot my own horn. Someone's got to do it.
Stop these companies unless they make truly catastrophic decisions. The only saving grace we have is that they're competing with each other. You imagine if they just gave up competing with each other? I don't even know what this world would look like.
What's different?
That is one thing.
What's different about this go-around in terms of the big getting bigger is that they're not dominating the index returns. So year to date, they are only 25% of the total return for the index, which is a nice reprieve. Other stocks are taking the lead. Check this out, Josh. Did you know we now have 10 different trillion-dollar stocks?
I did
Chart
know
on,
that.
please.
And I would have been able to name them all. Next chart.
Berkshire.
I could have done this. Do you think I could have done this?
I do.
Okay.
I have faith in you.
I'm obsessed
Berkshire,
with
Walmart, Tesla, Meta, Broadcom, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, Google, and NVIDIA. They collectively are $26.5 trillion, and that is equal to
Yeah, I'm green. I'm green in 760 bucks.
463 stocks in the index.
Nothing crazy.
I might have said there's 11, and I might have thrown Lilly in, but I know that's not the case.
Yeah,
I think that's not quite there. But I think I could have done this. I don't think I could have done it in order. For example, I didn't realize, I guess, that Walmart's bigger than Berkshire, although I guess not by much. Maybe they're the same.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I knew that Broadcom was bigger than Meta, but like I feel like I probably could have. All right, what's the next chart?
The next one is a face blower. So Apple is choosing to refrain from the data center AI arms race, and instead they continue to buy back a shitload of their shares. Yeah. So ChartKid made this beauty showing the market cap weight and the percentage of total S&P 500 buybacks. And everything is pretty much, in line-ish. But look at Apple. They're 6% of the index, and they're buying back 9% for the entire buyback universe.
It's insanity.
Wild, right? So their shares outstanding are down by, I believe, a third over the last decade, maybe even more. And that's
the share count.
Next chart. Over 25 billion down to 14, and
860
Buffett
break
and gang, their investment of like 35 billion is now worth 180, something like that. And I guess this is now forever.
50 and set it off.
They keep selling it, and the stock keeps going up.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have sold it. Their position down by 2/3, and they've obviously, quote unquote, left money on the table. Whatever.
LOL. Yeah.
They made more money in the stock than anyone else has ever made on a
Oh
stock.
my gosh! As soon as I exit,
And
it was literally
the
greatest trade of all
second!
time.
probably will never be matched. I mean, maybe, but seems hard to believe.
I don't know how you match it.
Go down, bastard.
I think it's the
Go down,
I think
you
it's the
bastard.
best public stock investment ever made by anyone of all time, and they're
So-
still in it. It's not over.
Real quick. Oh shit! Did I not include this chart? Oh my god! What a piece of garbage I am. All right, we'll do it next week. But real quick, let's just look at SanDisk. So SanDisk reported last week, and the revenue was up 100%. I mean, literally up.
That's
100%.
crazy.
And is this up 100% quarter over quarter? Yeah. What? Next chart.
Oh, that's nuts.
So revenue was 1.6 billion or 1.7 billion a year ago. It's now basically 6 billion.
Oh.
It was 3 billion in the second quarter. It's now 6 billion. And so the last one shows it pretty clearly. The data center revenue is 400 million to 1.5 billion. And this is how you get a stock up 600%. It's doing pretty much what you would expect it to.
Right.
Look at that
I think
Phil!
people get that it's not like absent the fundamentals just doing this, but I don't think people get the extent to which the fundamental story here changed overnight. I was on TV today talking about it's like once in 1,000 years something like this happens, where it's like someone flips a switch and you have 3 publicly traded commodity producing companies all of a sudden see an order of magnitude in demand for what they and they alone can sell happen this quickly. I can't even think of a parallel. It's just and we're talking about the dollar amount for their product.
Why is the exit
We're
so
talking
freaking
about
slow?
$1 trillion business overnight. It's really nuts.
So here's the chart.
Something weird about
I'm
this
gonna talk
stock
about,
that this
but we'll
that
share
Apex
next
doesn't
week.
like.
So I had Matt look at. Hey, I said, give me.
I think
what
it
was
goes,
the market
but
cap even of Western Dig and Micron and Intel and AMD before
these I
ChatGPT?
clicked at the exact same
and
time.
What is it today?
Wildly
So
different fills.
collectively, they were $324 billion. Okay? This is not like 10 years ago. They went from 324 to basically 2 trillion. So
man.
Western Dig went from 12 to 163. Ah, beauty. Attaboy. Attaboy, boys.
Look at this.
So Western Dig, 12 to 163. Micron, 63 to 717. This basically was overnight. We're talking a 3-year period.
This is in billions of dollars, guys. 63 billion to 717 billion dollars.
Intel went from 124 to 542, basically in the last 6 months, and AMD went from 125 to 574. And it's not just these 4, but these are the big boys. It's really something else.
These guys at Round Hill launched the DRAM ETF.
Yeah, what's it up to?
We'll talk about it on the Compound and Friends later this week, but it raised like $2 billion in 2 weeks.
Good for them.
It's unbelievable. All right, let's get to this. Uber is reporting earnings tomorrow.
Hold on, last thing. That's how you know it came out of nowhere. The fact that there weren't multiple
There wasn't an
ETFs.
ETF. No, they nailed it. They put it out. They got the right ticker, DRAM, perfect, DRAM, and they raised $2 billion overnight, like a miracle.
Let's do Uber.
So Uber falls 8% every time it reports earnings. I almost think it's like one of the unwritten laws of the universe, and I bet it happens again tomorrow. So please don't listen to what I'm about to say as I recommend you buy the stock ahead of earnings. It doesn't matter what they say. The reaction's going to suck, and it's not their fault. We probably have another year or two of this worry that they're going to get disintermediated. Now, I know the plan because I'm listening to what they're saying. I think they will have more autonomous vehicles on the road than any of their competitors by 2030.
It doesn't matter what they say.
Doesn't matter.
As long as they sing with inflection. Am I right?
Here's the last.
PMAX hit 4.
Here's the last. I'm exaggerating.
Jesse's World, you
Here's
better
the actual
freaking be
history.
selling.
on Uber.
You better freaking be selling.
Last time they reported, they beat on revenue, missed on earnings. The stock fell 4% over the next week. The prior quarter, beat on earnings, negative 1% over the last 5 days, over the next 5 days. The quarter before that, beat on revenue, inline earnings, plus 2% the next 5 days. The quarter before that, miss on revenue, beat on earnings, plus 8%. So it's not as bad as I'm making it sound. Last quarter was really disappointing.
They sold the shit out of it last quarter.
Yeah, they just sucked. The estimates for tomorrow, and they are before the market reporter. Even though it's tech, it's New York,
and
they're going to report
on CNBC.
Yeah, and Dara always does, Andrew. So revenue $13.3 billion, earnings of 69 cents. Again, doesn't make a difference. They have a mixed group of analyst comments going in. Some upgrades, some price target raises, some price targets cut. Everybody seems to believe like $100 around that area is the right price, and yet it's 73. It's so far away from where the analysts think it should trade because of this fear of Waymo and Tesla Cyber Taxi. They did have an event this week, which I'll just mention quickly. They said very little about autonomous vehicles. They did have a flurry of press releases in March about all of these robo-taxi deals they're doing with all these different companies, including NVIDIA and all the car manufacturers. But what they spent this event in New York talking about was a lot of travel stuff, which I thought was interesting. New partnership with Expedia, which is where Dara used to work. Access to 700,000 hotels worldwide on your Uber app. Uber One members get 20% off select hotels and 10% credit back on the Uber One account.
SpaceXI.
There's one or two other things I just wanted to bring up. AI voice booking feature for rides powered by OpenAI. So talking to the app, telling it exactly what you want, rather than company, so it'll be selecting menu items that could be helpful when you're walking through an airport. With
so you're basically buying.
In your hand.
Wow. Wow.
A whole lot of shopping.
Wait, so is he bringing Grok into SpaceX IPO now? Is he going to be the first LLM to IPO because he's doing this move? Is that the play? Oh, so space. Wait a minute. Jesse's World, you haven't made a dime until you sell. So wait a minute. So SpaceX, Google has Gemini, but yeah, okay. True. But it's not like you couldn't look at it as a pure AI play. Neither can you with SpaceX, but SpaceX you're getting like the space side of things too, and now you're getting the AI. Front run the other two. He just jumped in front of the line. Whoa. So we just went from a $1 trillion valuation to what? Wow.
Stuff too. Like, they will literally bring you a toothbrush to your hotel. Like room service, Uber. Just a lot of stuff that's like not disruptible by an LLM. By an autonomous taxi. So anyway, it won't matter. But I think it'll be a good report for the record. I am a shareholder. I will not be selling. And,
so I love that you're able to look past the short-term noise and pressure.
Because I know already.
The stock is acting like shit. What could lift this looming threat that seems to just not go away?
I think they will have more autonomous cars on the Uber app than Waymo or Tesla within a few years. And as soon as that becomes obvious to everyone else, this thing is going to trade at 15 times earnings. They could do all the buybacks they want. They could put Dara on Squawk Box every fucking quarter. It makes no difference. You will not convince investors that you're going to be the autonomous leader until you actually are the autonomous leader, and that's going to take a while. So the reason not to sell it for me, that's probably your next question. So why are you sitting in it? Because like a bolt of lightning out of the blue,
Bed Bath & Beyond with some
all
juice.
of a sudden this could occur to people. Oh my God, wait a minute. The biggest cost of an Uber ride is the human being sitting in the car, and Uber is on the verge of having more autonomous cars next year than anyone thought possible, and then all of a sudden the stock re-rates higher. That
I'm so
could
glad you said
happen,
that.
and I can't afford to miss that moment.
I'm so glad you said that.
Hey, look at this. Wait, hold on. Look at this guy in the comments. Uber has no competitive advantage, so it's basically a credit card company. Okay. No competitive advantage other than right now they're offering more rides to more people on Earth than anyone else. But besides that, no competitive advantage. Why do we even bother? I don't know.
All right. So this leads me to a really important point.
Jimmy spiked with it.
The market changes, stocks change and get re-rated so fast.
Yes.
That I think the days of I'm going to wait for X, Y, or Z, I don't think it's as easy, and I'm not saying it was ever easy, to use technicals the way that it used to be, because it happens in a blink and you think you missed it and you wait for a pullback. Like, look what just happened to Amazon. Look what just happened to Intel. It
You had
doesn't
5
let
minutes. You had
you have
5 minutes.
And you're not going to do it because it's too fast.
Of course you won't do it. If Amazon gaps up 12 points and
Yeah,
then
you're
just
buying that?
runs another 30 points and you didn't catch it as it gapped up, that you're not buying it plus 40. That's literally what Amazon just did in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For no reason. For no reason that you
Yeah.
could have discerned in advance.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
So we're going to skip the last topic and go straight to my make the case. And this was tricky for me because I was thinking about, do I make the case for small caps? I said to Sean, when did I do that? Because they look really good. He's like, you just did that 2 weeks ago. I said, all right. When did I do biotech?
You do love pitching that trade.
I said, when did I do biotech? When did I do XBX? I own that. He goes, you did that 5 weeks. I'm like, fuck. Because I don't want to talk about the semis. It's too much. Mag 7 is boring. And aside from that, there's just a lot of names that are like sort of in no man's land that are acting shitty. So you know what? On the vein of things that change too fast before you can move it. Now, these names look like death. It looks like the housing economy is stuck and buried forever and ever and ever. Some of these names, these like blue chip names, look so bad. And if there's any sort of whiff of rates coming down, of mortgage activity picking back up, you're going to miss it. So
housing-related stocks are the new Widowmaker trade.
Dude, they look disgusting.
And everyone thinks if only rates come down, they'll pop, but it doesn't happen.
I'm not suggesting that you need to start a position today, but good luck pitching Home Depot or Lowe's or Sherwin-Williams or Pool or Floor & Decor or any of these home builders. You can't give them away. So
I'm in Rocket. I don't need another one. Yeah.
I'm not saying for you. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about, hey, you know what? I don't want to buy the stocks that just went up 600%. I want something. I want to get in something before it turns. I don't know when it's going to turn. Housing will turn eventually, and they don't let you in anymore. It happens really fast.
I think home builders are too tough. I like the renovation idea better.
If I was going to buy anything, I would buy Floor & Decor.
So I think I would buy Lowe's
Why?
or Home Depot, but
same concept.
I just don't see. Yeah. I just don't
These
think
names look disgusting.
I don't feel like I need to own it. That's the problem. I mean,
Yeah,
I know things can change, and I'll be like, why didn't I buy it? But I just no. But it's, you know what, Home Depot sort of like. I'm not saying it's Nike. It just reminds me of Nike. Like Nike is in plain sight, sitting here.
It's not Nike.
No, I understand. I'm just making the point. Like, I never felt like I better buy Nike before it turns.
Yeah.
And I assumed that it would turn, and it never did. But, like, it's like one of those types of stocks for me. I just don't feel
I totally get it.
Pulled.
I totally get it. All right, let's do a mystery chart.
Pop it up.
Too easy.
Too easy. You don't know it.
I'm just kidding.
You don't even know. Don't do that. Don't.
Is that Disney?
Don't play with me like that. I try to make it. I try to make it so you can, dude. I try to make it so you can get it.
I know.
Okay, this is a stock. It happens to be the only software stock that is on the best stocks in the market list in the entire market. The only software stock. And the last clue I'm going to give you, I told you it's a stock, it's software. Last clue I'm going to give you is it is trading based on the fundamentals of a different company.
Oh, that's hard. Is this a mega, like, do I know this company?
Oh, you know it very well, my friend.
Oh.
You probably use it every day.
Oh.
Apple? No.
But it's trading.
The chat is all over this. Not that I want you to cheat and look at the chat, but the chat is all over this. Okay.
I use it every
HP?
day, you said?
Oh,
Dell?
Yeah. Multiple times a day. You can't get enough of it.
No.
Oh, no, never mind.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't get enough of it.
We'll just take a guess anyway.
No.
For the sake of advancing the show,
Zoom.
it's 6:08.
Zoom.
You got it. Got it.
Zoom.
You son of a bitch. I knew you could do it. And you did it.
Huh.
Aren't you in this?
No, I had no idea.
What
I know it's doing this.
So this stock is trading.
Whose fundamentals is it trading off of?
Anthropic, motherfucker. They did the craziest thing that people didn't really care about until recently. They made an investment into Anthropic 5 years ago, and it's like half the company's value now.
Damn, I didn't know it was that high.
They probably invested in the same round as Sam Bankman-Fried. Zoom has a big stake in Anthropic, and the stock is trading.
They had half value.
Every time Anthropic does another capital raise, Zoom is getting the benefit of that. And it's the wildest thing. It's the greatest thing because it's a software stock going up.
That stock that I mentioned a couple weeks ago, SK Telecom, is continues to trade awesome. That's the Anthropic stock. Huh. I had no idea.
That's another Anthropic stock, but Zoom is a little bit closer to home. Good mystery chart today, right?
Very good.
And you got it. Everybody's happy.
You almost got me, you son of a gun.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening. This has been What Are Your Thoughts? America's favorite live stream / podcast covering the markets. Once again, I'm Josh Brown. This is Michael Batnick. Special shout to our sponsor.
All right, that was good. All right, I'm going to take like a 30-minute break. I'll probably be back in Discord making fat stacks again off of these earnings plays. We're going to raid Ginger. Y'all have a good one. It's a good day here. Finally green at the end of the day. Not freaking after hours. So that's good. Still not killing it, but for the account size, it's good. It's 2% day on the account. I mean, that's freaking fantastic. Anyway.
You smell that? What is that? What? What's that smell?
Jesse's World with the 20? Let's go, Jesse. I freaking love you. Gosh. As we're heading out. So glad you're back. Guys, don't freaking screw it up. Don't freaking screw it up, you hear me, guys? Don't freaking screw it up. Necronancy, you don't understand. We rarely have more than one chica in this group. Jesse's World's an OG. She disappeared for a while. And then you showed up, so we had our quota of 1 chica, and now she's back. We have 2. It's a 100% move. We should do an IPO. See you tomorrow.